I feel greatly disturbed at the tone we have come to regarding the political crisis in Rivers State. Like many of you, I have watched with concern the development with hope that the parties involved will allow good sense to prevail at the soonest. But all that hope borne out without any solution to the crisis. With the crisis persisting, there's no way democratic governance, which we all fought and worked for over the years, can thrive in a way that will redound to the benefit of the good people of the state. The state has been at a standstill since the crisis started, with the good people of the state not being able to have access to the dividend of democracy. Also, it is public knowledge that the governor of Rivers State, for unjustifiable reasons, demolished the House of Assembly of the state as far back as 13th December 2023, and as up till now, 14 months after, now rebuilt the same. I have made personal interventions between the contending parties for a peaceful resolution of this crisis, but my efforts have been largely ignored by the parties to the crisis. I'm also aware that many well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, and patriotic groups have also intervened at various times with the best of intentions to resolve the matter, but all their efforts were also to no avail. Still, I thank them. On February 28, 2025, the Supreme Court, in a judgment in respect all about 8 consolidated appeals concerning the political crisis in Rivers State, based on several grave unconstitutional acts and the disregard of the rule of law that has been committed by the governor of Rivers State, as shown by the evidence before it, pronounced in very clear terms. And I quote, "A government cannot be said to exist without one of the 3 arms that make up of the government of a state under the 1999 Constitution as amended. In this case, the head of the executive arm of the government has chosen to collapse the legislature to enable him to govern without the legislature as a despot. As it is, there is no government in Rivers State," and I quote. The above pronouncement came after a catalogue of judicial findings of constitutional breaches against Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Going forward in their judgment, and having found and held that 27 members of the House who had allegedly deflected, and I quote, "are still valid members of Rivers State House of Assembly and cannot be prevented from participating in proceedings of that House by the 8th respondent, that is the governor, in cohort with 4 members," and unquote. The Supreme Court then made some orders to restore the state to immediate constitutional democracy. These orders include the immediate passing of an appropriation bill by the Rivers State House of Assembly, which up to now has not been facilitated. Some militants had threatened fire and brimstone against their perceived enemies of the governor, who has up to now not disowned them. Apart from that, both the House and the governor have not been able to work together. Both of them do not realize that they are in office to work together for the peace and good governance of the state. The latest security report made available to me show that between yesterday and today, there have been disturbing incidents of vandalization of pipelines by some militants without governor taking any action to curtail them. I have, of course, given stand order to the security agencies to ensure safety of lives of good people of Rivers State and the oil pipelines. With all this and many more, no good and responsible president will stand by and allow the grave situation to continue without taking remedial steps prescribed by the Constitution to address the situation in the state, which no doubt requires extraordinary measures to restore good governance, peace, order, and security. In these circumstances, having soberly reflected on and evaluated the political situation in Rivers State, and the governor and deputy governor of Rivers State having failed to make a request to me as president to issue this proclamation as required by Section 305, Paragraph 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it has become inevitably compelling for me to invoke the provision of the Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025, and I so do. By this declaration, the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Similaye Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Oju, and all elected members of the House of Assembly state are hereby suspended for an initial period of 6 months. In the meantime, I hereby nominate Vice Admiral Eboket Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state in the interest of the good people of Rivers State. For the avoidance of doubt, this declaration does not affect the judicial arm of Rivers State, which shall continue to function in accordance with their constitutional mandate. The administrator will not make any new laws. He will, however, be free to formulate regulations and may be found necessary to do his job, but such regulations will need to be considered and approved by the Federal Executive Council and promoted by the President for the state. This declaration has been published in the Federal Gazette, a copy of which has been forwarded to the National Assembly in accordance with the Constitution. It is my fervent hope that this inevitable intervention will help to restore peace and order in Rivers State by awakening all the contenders to the constitutional imperatives, binding on all political players in the Rivers State in particular and Nigeria as a whole. Long live a united, peaceful, secured, and democratic Rivers State in particular, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a whole. God bless you all for listening.
Breaking news. State of emergency has been declared in Rivers State for the space of 6 months. Problem. Anyways, a lot of people have been calling on President Tinubu to come into this matter. Now, he has made his conclusion. At this time, can you really blame the president for declaring the state of emergency in Rivers State because he has the power? According to the constitution he just quoted for you, he has the power, but was that the right thing to do at this time? I don't think so. And I think before you evoke that session, it should pass the Senate. But in this case, nothing like that. Or probably Akpabio has, Akpabio, it doesn't take time to anything like this to respond. You see, this is the problem we are talking about now. This is what the Supreme Court has caused. The problem the Supreme Court has caused to this country. Now, Saint Fumbara lost his seat for 6 months. 6 months. Lost his seat for 6 months. See what Supreme Court has caused? These 27 members who defected from this party with wave on flags, the party member, APC party, what is his name, received them as they defected. Even this, the speaker, Ewemuli, what is his name? That one read, I could remember, he read the letters that these people had defected from this party. He defected, and APC received them. So with all of those, they said they are not defected, they are still a member. Now you see, Tinubu quoted that they are still a valid member in that party. This is what the Supreme Court has caused. You see problem? Now, when Tinubu should call Wike to order, he declared state of emergency. Now Wike sat in his hole and be laughing and smiling that he won. Can you imagine? There's problem in this country. I keep saying it, but I don't think this state of emergency was the solution to this problem. Call Wike to order? No. I know you can't question the Supreme Court. Tinubu can't question the Supreme Court. After all, they gave the same judgment to him. Now he stands on the judgment of the Supreme Court, be it fraudulent or not, and it's fraudulent. And it's the Supreme Court judgment that causes this problem now, that led to the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State. Can you imagine? Wike is laughing. The problem is what happened after 6 months. Is Saint Fumbara coming into that office, or what happened? If they are still not able to resolve the differences before that time, who knows? These people would have run the 2 years remaining, the 2 years left for the next election. Then Wike is smiling and laughing. You see, evil. Evil. This is what Tinubu could do. Not to call Wike to order, not any other thing. But you can't blame me, like I said, he has the power to evoke that session. Nothing. Good and fine. The Supreme Court. Gradually, we're losing it. No, we're losing it. We lost it. We lost it. There is no hope again. The Supreme Court, the last hope of a common man. No. Now, Wike, they are laughing. Can you imagine? It has happened. It has happened. Now, you could see now everything Tinubu said based on the Supreme Court judgment, and even since Fumbara, since the Supreme Court delivered that judgment, since Fumbara has ready to comply. He complied with the Constitution, with the judgment. Went to these people's office. How many times they shut the gate at him? He tried to meet with them. He invited that one, Emewule, what is his name? Those ones, they turned their invitations down. They are not ready. They look down on Saint Fumbara because Wike, Supreme Court, Tinubu, they are in the same camp. Now, it worked for them. Anyways, this is what you see in a zoo country that has no law. That is institution, judiciary that have been monetized, not by anything. God. So we have 3 people in this country, Nigeria, that can make decisions and the other stands. No contrary opinion to it. Whatever anybody says is nonsense. For them, we have 3 of them in this country now. Number 1, Tinubu, Oga Patapata of them all. Secondly, Wike, the owner of judiciary, is the one. Thirdly, Akpabio, the owner of Senate House. 3 of them owns this country now. Don't just leave the vice president. That one has nothing to do with this. That one, no, nothing concern them. These 3 people now, they are the owner of this country. They are the owner of this country. Play. No, anyways, what can we say? This is the latest. Saint Fubara is out of office for 6 months. President make order. There's nothing he can do about it for now. Please share this video.